My name is Tricia Sederholm, and this is my presentation on investigating a potential career. The career I'm looking at is an instructional designer, either in education or business. I've been a teacher for 10 years, but I also had a job in education or business before that, so I have background in both. I need a consulting or a remote position because I currently live in a small town with my husband, which is tied to his career. And although there's a lot of great things about living in a small town, a varied job market is not one of them. So I'd have to be open to some traveling and some working through a computer. Some professional organizations that I found while researching this was Learning Forward, which is a great one for educational leadership. They have a really good journal, The Learning Professional, which gives lots of ideas for building teachers, for building a great team and network of teachers within your school. It's also free, and it's when you actually join, it's a pretty reasonable price. The E-Learning Guild was another one that I found, and it was mentioned in a lot of places as a really good site, so that's why I include it. It does have a lot of great information. It's also a free membership, and it's really relatively reasonably priced when you join. The last one I have is Instructional Designers Association. I really like this one because it's built by instructional designers and it's maintained by instructional designers. It's a great way to network within this this new career. It also has lots of job opportunities listed on it. The final piece was a new journal I found. It has a variety of articles on technology, including articles from higher education to K-12 to national to international business. So no matter where my career went, this journal would follow and be helpful no matter where I went. Two of the organizations I'm currently involved in, and I would probably stay in, especially if I'm working in education, is NSTA and HASTE, which is the Hoosier Association of Science Teachers. Both of them have conferences available. They also have lots of information, lots of great networking places. NSTA has two journals, Reports, which is sort of like a newspaper, which gives lots of resources at reduced rates, and Scope journal, which gives lots of lesson plan ideas. Lots of times I'll rip them out and file them if I can't use them right away. HASTE has an email newsletter, which I find really helpful because it gives professional development opportunities in Indiana. Interesting openings I found. One was in Tulane University, again a remote position, and the reason I found this interesting is because it asked the potential candidates to have some software knowledge and some different multimedia platforms knowledge. So those are things I can start building now before I start applying for jobs, so I make myself more marketable. Another interesting opening was in Boston, and this one was particularly interesting because they asked for e-learning and video work in a portfolio. So that's something I can start building now, and that would be helpful and make me more marketable when I start applying. And the final one was a director of STEM, and I like this one. Again, this one isn't remote, so we'd have to move. I'd have to talk my husband into moving. We'd see how that goes. We're both from Wisconsin, so this isn't a bad place to go. But it's nice because it keeps me in STEM. I've taught science for 5 years and engineering for 5 years, so my background is really in STEM concepts. So I think I would be a bit more effective leader in a school environment in this background. Teacher leadership, skills that are important, motivating. As a teacher, you have to be able to motivate your students as well as your coworkers. Many times you walk into the teacher's lounge and it's not a positive environment. You gotta motivate people to change that and to make your school a better place and to make your students happier and healthier. Creativity, as a teacher, I think it's key. Everyone has seen that boring, monotone classrooms. And students don't connect to those teachers. They don't learn from them. So you have to be creative to keep your students interested, and let's be honest, to keep you interested in what you're doing. Feedback is also important. As a teacher, you have to be able to take feedback and grow from it. From principals, from coworkers, from students. If you take feedback negatively, you're going to create a negative work environment for you and everybody else around you. If you take it as a chance to grow, an opportunity to become a better teacher, you'll make a better environment for everybody. And finally, responsibility. As a teacher, you're modeling responsible behavior to those students. And you have to be responsible for their growth as well as the growth of your school. So you have to take the responsibilities seriously. So that is my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it.